Start filming.
I got you.
First hand I see. What, in fact, can the court guarantee? Go ahead, Mikan.
That you get a fair trial.
Go ahead, click it, Leaky. Yeah, actually it does. It does guarantee fairness. So we've got Nikon's group back there. That's going to be +1. Go ahead, touch the house. Looks like we've got Rick's group over there. Looks like we've got the Overthinkers in the middle. It looks like we've got Ratchet in the back. Ratchet in the back. And, you know, smiles. Y'all are all smiling. I'll just go with that. Okay, pick me a category. Y'all gave me the last correct answer. Gotta go. Judiciary for 2. First hand I see. What's the difference between criminal law and civil law? Go ahead, Matthias.
Criminal law has to do with the person being charged by the federal, like committed a crime that's against.
Who is suing that person allegedly? The state, the government. I'll go with that. This is Rick's group. Go ahead, tell me more.
And then civil is between 2 individuals.
2 individuals. I can go with that. What are the penalties? 5.
Civil,
4. Civil law.
Freedom or for this criminal it's freedom, but if it's civil it's money.
For if it's criminal, it's freedom. So you would be looking at what if you lose? You'd be looking at jail time, 1, 2. Maybe even loss of life, 1, 2. And civil, you said was?
Like penalties, fines.
Civil would be what?
Penalties or fines. Or
You're suing to penalties and fines.
no, money.
You're trying to get money. Yeah, actually, that's right. 1, 2. What's the difference in the standard of proof? 5, 4, 3.
Reasonable doubt.
What's that?
You have to prove beyond something is gonna occur.
Beyond what?
Beyond a reasonable doubt.
I've lost. Go ahead.
The difference in standard.
Actually, wait. No, it was you. You were next.
Yeah. The fact in a criminal law, you have to have in both you have to have like without a reasonable doubt.
In both of them.
For criminal law specifically, though.
Okay, the
because
Overthinkers.
with criminal law, the penalty is going to be a lot more severe. Whereas in criminal law, you can go to jail or you can even face death in some places. Whereas with civil law,
That actually makes sense. Yeah.
With civil law, well, it is it can cost you a lot of money. It's not going to result in you being.
What's it
jailed.
called? Civil. 5,
Civil?
4, 3, 2. They said it in court. 1.
I'm confused.
Go ahead.
What's the question?
The preponderance of evidence.
Preponderance of evidence. That's right. And y'all are Nikon's group. 1, 2 up there. Go ahead, click it. And actually, criminal law, the state prosecutes a crime against suspect, threatening their liberty, possibly their life. Civil, individual against individual with the outcome dealing with money. Touch the house. Pick me a category, Nikon's group.
I'll do articles for 3.
Here we go. Articles for 3. List all you can. Go ahead, click it.
Wait.
Pardons. Y'all have it first. First hand I see has it next. You'll have it next. Yeah, you have it first. Pardons.
Pardon is a presidential power.
Yes?
It is unlike the executive orders where, executive orders can be undone.
Yeah.
Pardons are forever, can't be undone by the next president.
1, 2, 3. Pardon is actually the only absolute power that the president has. Other presidents, Congress, Supreme Court, judicial review, none of them can undo it. Tell me more.
It gets people out of jail, out of whatever sentence that they might have.
Does it get them out of the sentence? 4.
Well, it can. It can lessen the sentence. It can commute the sentence.
Typically, it's going to wipe their record. The article does say, though, that they've got to serve their time, and then they've got to be clean for 5 years. Can you give me any examples? 4, 3, that we talked about?
Nixon.
What about Nixon?
The president that came, Gerald Ford.
Gerald Ford.
Pardoned Nixon before he went to trial, or before he got charged for everything that happened with Watergate and spying.
That's kind of an important thing, and you just raised something there. He pardoned him before what was going to happen?
Before he even got charged.
With what, by whom?
By the Congress, because...
And what was Congress going to do? 4, 3. Impeach. Here's the thing. The president can pardon basically everything if that's what they choose to do. The trick on this, though, at least federal things, but the idea is that they cannot pardon an impeachment. So the trick with Nixon was he was pardoned by Ford before there was an impeachment vote, before there was a conviction. If impeachment proceedings had begun, a pardon would not work there. Can you give me any other examples? 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
I'm thinking Johnson.
Actually, I think it was you. It was you. Go ahead.
Example, verdict versus United States.
Did we talk about that in class?
No.
-3.
What?
Oh. Go ahead.
I don't know if we talked about this in class.
Yeah, the stuff we talked about in class. There's a big article about pardons.
I was going to say Andrew Johnson pardoned all the Confederate
We did talk about that. Yeah, we did. 1, 2, 3. We talked about the presidents, and we talked about FDR. We talked about Truman. We talked about a number of them pardoning soldiers after wars. Can you give me any other examples from the article? 4.
From the article?
3. 2. 1. Go ahead.
You usually pardon people towards the end of their term.
Why?
Because if you do it towards the beginning, then the press will ask you all these questions. But if you do it at the end of your term, then the press can't ask you questions.
1, 2, 3. Presidents typically actually do the pardoning on the last day because when the press writes about it, they're no longer president and they don't care. If you go back and you look at the article, Bill Clinton pardoned Mark Rich after a $450,000 donation. If you go back to the article, Bush Daddy pardoned people for stealing beer and moonshining. There are a lot of examples in there, so take a look at that. Y'all gave me the last correct answer. Leaky, if you'll touch the house, pick me a category.
Articles for 2 points.
Articles for 2. Okay, go ahead, click it. Executive order. Actually, y'all have it first. It looks like Gary, no, maybe he doesn't. First. Okay, you will have it next if your hand was up, but y'all have it now. Talk to me about executive order.
Okay, so with executive order, that's stuff that the president does.
The power of the president.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, that's true. Go ahead, tell me. Give me something. Y'all have this.
Another president, when they come into office, can choose if they want to follow that or not. If the Obama administration. If the Obama administration makes an executive order, then the Trump administration may get rid of that order. They don't have to necessarily follow it.
Was that for 2?
That was 2.
Yeah.
2. Okay. Basically, the executive orders are only binding on the president that makes them. But in what areas can the president make an executive order about anything?
Yeah.
No.
-2. Gary, you got it.
The president can't make executive orders outside of his powers.
What powers? What powers? You're right, but where? Where in the Constitution?
Section 3 wait, not section.
5, 4.
Article 3.
Article 3, where the judiciary is, -2. Yeah, -2. Y'all are out. Go ahead, Matthias.
Article 2.
Article 2. The president can actually make executive orders dealing specifically with Article 2 powers. They are only binding on the actual president. They are not binding on future presidents, so they can pass them, and then they can be basically ignored or revoked. Question, can you give me any examples of executive orders that we talked about in class? Your group's got it.
Internment camps.
Internment camps by whom? 5, 4. Japanese American internment camps in California during World War II. 3.
By Truman.
By Truman, -2. Okay, you're out. Go ahead. Yeah, your group. FDR was the one. The ratchet group is almost even. Can you give me another example of an executive order? Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, was it to declare war?
Anytime you start an answer with was. -2!
You gotta choose.
President Obama did an executive order for the immigration, illegal immigrants.
Yes, 1, 2. Don't forget the video that's actually dealing with executive orders from Saturday Night Live. Can you give me the third example that I gave you from class? Dealt with race. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Actually, y'all are already out. Yeah, this was actually Truman desegregating the United States military. That one. If you want to jump in with them, please, don't be shy. I'm sorry, I missed you when you first came in. Go ahead, pick me a category. If you will touch the house, y'all have control. And you're in distant 4th place right now. Yeah, you did.
Executive powers for 3.
Executive for 3. Click it. Youngstown versus Sawyer. You have it first. Actually, Matthias has got it second, you've got it third, and you've got it fourth. Y'all have it. Youngstown, 5, 4, 3.
This was between the steel workers and the government during, I think it was World War II. And
Was it World War II? 4. That probably means no.
No,
3.
1952.
Vietnam?
3. 2. Minus 3. Leaky, who does that next? What war was it?
US versus China.
Say what?
US versus China.
U.S. versus China. What war was it? 5.
Korea.
Korean War. It was 1, 2, 3. United States was fighting China in the Korean War. What was it that the Youngstown Steel Company did?
They went on strike.
They went on strike. Why was this important to the war effort?
They needed steel for like guns and ammunition.
How much steel did Youngstown provide? 4, 3, 2,
More than 50%.
minus 3. Who's got it next, Leaky? Them. Go ahead. How much steel did they make? How much of the U.S. steel did they make then?
You know the exact number?
4.
No, I thought you knew.
90%? 95%?
Minus 3.
I didn't want to change numbers. Tell me.
The overthinkers. Go ahead.
They produced 40%.
40%. 1, 2, 3. Youngstown Steel went on strike in the middle of the Korean War.